Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know how many people are gonna y'all probably watching football or something. Um, I wanted to get on here and hopefully somebody picks this up, right? Somebody get on here and just give me a second. Give me a second and hear me out. I know the Cowboys are playing. They up by triple scores, so y'all should be good. Cowboys fans, whatever. Sorry for the coast. That was a tough one, but Texas is a tough team, and I'm on the verge of hopping off the bandwagon for the Titans, but that's a whole nother level. This is about all things for the kingdom. So I'm in here in my garage. I actually been doing a lot of work on the trailer out there. A lot of you guys know we do that. We use that for outreach and stuff like that. But I really want to get on here and talk to us or everyone out there about our Can Drive initiative, right? I put out a post out there, and I couldn't really tell if anybody read it or not. One of our people who help us out worked really hard on that. It wasn't me. I'm very computer illiterate, but it was really talking about food insecurity. So a lot of you guys know who deal with the ministry. We've got into stocking food pantries, and we had a connection in Kentucky that was basically giving us pallets of food. We were delivering it to food pantries, and everything was great. And then about 5 months ago, their supply got cut off, and a bunch of outreaches, a bunch of local pantries were affected. I mean, I went from getting like 4 pallets. Well, I didn't get 4 pallets, maybe a pallet to 2 pallets, but overall I think we were getting, it would have been up to like 10 pallets a month if you had counted each time some of the team went up there. But last time I went up there, I got 4 boxes of food, and that shut down. It hurt a lot of outreaches. And this is what I don't think people understand about outreaches, right? Is that everybody's heard of Gleaners. Everybody's heard of Midwest. Those are the big players in the game, right? When it comes to food banks, right? So me, as a person who needs food, if I need food, I can go to Gleaners. They will hook me up, guaranteed, right? But everybody can't get to Gleaners sometimes. So sometimes they depend on their local food pantries, right? And there are a bunch of local food pantries. I'm pretty sure everyone out there knows of a pantry that is close to them. So Gleaners, they don't really give food to food pantries, right? What they do is they charge up to $1 a can. So some of you who donate food to Gleaners and Midwest, they are charging our local pantries up to $1 a can. And what this does is it really makes it hard for the boots on the ground people to help, right? Pantries right now are really, really hurting. And so at All Things for the Kingdom, what we have discovered is we're really good at like food logistics, like passing it around. I'll give you a perfect example. Out here where I live in Hendricks County, there is a food pantry that gets a year's supply worth of canned goods. Every year they get a year's supply worth of canned goods. But here's the thing. They don't have the traffic to move those goods, and they sit on them. When there are people you can go to in the inner city, and pantries you can go into the inner city that have no canned goods whatsoever. And there are people who need that. But through working with pantries, what we have discovered is, there's not a lot of resource sharing out there. And that's something that we do well at All Things for the Kingdom. So here's what we're proposing. There is a really, really big need to help the food pantries get stocked on food. Now, I know when people think about can drives, they think about, let's go into my pantry, let me open up the covers, let me see if I got an extra can of chili, extra can of carrots, green beans, right? And that's good. That'll help, right? But like sometimes it helps pantries more, like, when I go to Costco, and you got to go big when you go to Costco, right? And you grab like a case of green beans. It costs like $8, $8.88 or $9, whatever it is, right? Or Aldi's is even cheaper than that. And they get that. They're allowed to give everybody green beans versus just that one can of green beans that you took out of your cabinet. So what I'm proposing is we want to try to start a movement, a grassroots movement. And this is going to take everybody's help, right? This is going to take word of mouth. What we've done, we've gotten 2 local businesses here in Brownsburg, Wayfinders, and then also Green Street Pub. And we're looking to add more to be drop-off points. We need to be as one team, right? If we can get everybody to kind of give to this canned food drive, what All Things for the Kingdom is going to do is say we will get it to the pantries that need it the most, where there is need. And this is the other thing about food drives. Like, I know a lot of food drives, they'll say, we're doing a food drive and we're going to collect all this food and then we're going to give it to the pantries on this date right here. Well, here's the thing. Why let that food sit around, right? There are people who need that food right now. So what I'm proposing is, if you can, grab a case of green beans. That doesn't cost that much, right? Drop it at one of the drop-off spots. If you don't have the $10 for a case of green beans, then grab, if you do have something extra, we'll actually take that as well too, right? And so we'll take that, whatever you got, but what we're going to do is make sure that we'll take care of the logistics part of it, meaning that we're going to collect it every week. We will keep count of the cans that we collect, right? But we'll take it into the pantries that need it the most. We will spread the love and share the resources. And that's what it's really all about, is sharing the resources. If God blesses us with extra and someone else needs it, especially food, right? Food should be free to folks. I never understood that about them charging pantries for food. It was super perplexing to me. But until you actually look at it and you know that it happens, and you talk to people who work at pantries who are actually ordering the food, then you wouldn't know. You can't really find it on the internet anywhere. So what I'm proposing is we get this grassroots movement started. And if you want more information about it, contact me. Get on our website, All Things for the Kingdom. There is a volunteer help. If you got a business and you want to be a drop-off site, like we looking for Indy, we looking for Danville, we looking for Avon. We don't have any in that area, right? The other thing is pass it around, right? Like one of our friends, Tom, God, I should know Tom's name, Tom's last name. He owns Green Street Pub. He's actually my neighbor, so I should really know his last name. But anyway, he is saying, hey, I'll take off $1. He hasn't started this promotion yet, but he will. I'm sorry, Tom, I'm putting it out there. I told you to get ready. He's in Kentucky right now. He could be watching this, but they got good food, good people there. And what they're going to say is, hey, I'll take $1 off your bill if you come in with the canned food. And I think it's up to so many cans. There's another company that does that here in Brownsburg as well too. We're unfortunately aren't working with them yet. I really hope to connect with them because it's a company that's close to my heart. But the main thing and the purpose of this is find a need and fill it, right? And that's what we're supposed to do, right? And so I'm asking grassroots, like you always hear that term, especially around political season, grassroots. Think about those roots that spread. It's through word of mouth, right? It's through somebody like, I'm going to go in, I work at the facilities department at Riley Children's Hospital. I've already talked to my boss about getting our department to do a canned food drive where we'll take that food and join it in. And, if you're working in a company like that, you could probably do that too. Here's the thing. Everybody is going to do, you're probably going to see all types of canned food drives go on right around this time of year, right? Everybody's in the giving mood when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's a year-round need. It's not just Thanksgiving and Christmas. So grassroots, let's make it grow. I'm going to be doing some videos. You might see me shopping at Costco where I say, hey, look, it's easy just to grab this case of green beans, or it's easy to grab this case of corn. But I'm coming to you guys. This is exactly what the post said, but I'm pleading with my friends on here and everybody who's watching. This is probably the biggest audience I had since going live, right? But I'm pleading to spread this word of mouth. Let's do this grassroots as one, right? As one body, right? So I believe we can do this. It's something that I'm really passionate about. I've had people tell me this will never work. You can't do this. And y'all know me, I like a challenge, right? So this is me pleading, and I might get on your nerves getting on here on lives and shooting stuff out, but it's a need. Let's meet this need. So please reach out to me. My email is joshuakelly@allthingsforthekingdom.org, or you can go to allthingsforthekingdom.org. There's a volunteer page. It'll send me an email. You can message me on Facebook. You can get my number, 317-748-7130. Whatever you need to do, get in contact with me if you want to help. And if you know somebody, maybe you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, I don't, everybody knows somebody. And that's why I said by starting a conversation and spreading it, that's how grassroots gets started, right? Is starting a conversation and spreading it. So that's what I'm asking, is let's do this. And it's not just Brownsburg. I love Brownsburg. I've been living here 14 years, but I also love Indy, right? I love the state of Indiana. And there are pantries all over the state that can use this. So I'm asking for you guys' help to spread this, and let's do it, man. It just takes a little bit, right? And it's not much. The thing is, if we just go out and we help one person, we're winning. We're winning, right? But collaborative, right? Collaborative, or as a whole, right? Team, right, man? We could really do something special. So, I just wanted to get on here and explain that to you. I'm very passionate. Food for me brings people to the table. Remember your grandma used to fix that dinner and everybody sit down. Wasn't no cell phones, wasn't no TVs. We used to eat, right? Just sit down and eat. Some people don't have food to be able to do that, right? It ain't even about the TV or the phones, just to sit down and have food. We sitting up here right now eating chicken wings and finger foods. It's NFL kickoff. We had our Colts party and stuff full, and the food sitting over there at the table. Ain't even been put up right now. People still nibbling on it. When somebody would really use that food because they ain't got none. And so that's what it's about. I'm going to get off here. I shouldn't go real long, but I want you to know I love you guys. None of this is possible without our volunteers and people who help us out. But you're going to see more and more of this. This is going to be the big push for the year because there's a need and we need to help. So I love you guys. We love you, King Jesus. Thank you. This is why we do this. This is how he walks. So we walk on earth like that. Follow his model. He found a need and he filled it, right? Hey, feed the 5,000, right? Feed the 5,000. What was it? I'm going to get this backwards. 5 fish and 2 loaves, or was it 2 fish and 5 loaves? Somebody correct me on that. Anyway, let's do this. I love you guys. Thank you. Have a good night.